Hello, hello, hello. I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Dawn. I'm an author. I'm a Black author, as you can see, and I'm based here in Georgia. I wanted to go over my book, Let's Get This House. Wanted to go over a few tips from my book. I'm so happy about this project. Today we're going to talk about credit. Okay, so I am not a credit professional, but I do talk about credit from what I learned during my home buying process. So I bought a home and I was passionate about buying a home, and I was passionate after the fact about writing a book to be able to guide people on how to buy a house. Now, one of the most important things that you need to consider when buying a house is your credit. In the US, credit is king, okay? In some other countries, and I got to speak to a Caribbean guy a while back, he said that cash is king in the Caribbean, but over here, credit is king. So it's not like you can have like $100,000 and you say, okay, I have a house I see for $200,000 or $300,000, and I want to give y'all that $100,000, and I know y'all gonna give me the house, right? Wrong. They care about your credit. So, one of the first things I say in the book is that you definitely need to pull your own credit report, okay? So, your own credit report can be pulled for free every year off a website called freecreditreport.com, okay? www.freecreditreport.com. So even though it says free credit report, be prepared to pay at least $1, okay? When you go to that website and you pull your credit, the first thing I want you to look at is your personal information. Your personal information, and I write notes because I'm a visual person as I speak. So your personal information is all the addresses that you lived at, okay? It's going to have all your addresses, your contact number, emails, anything that would be going back to you as what the creditors had used to get in touch with you. That is going to be on there. Now, unfortunately for me, when I saw my credit report during the home buying process, guess what I found? I found two addresses that I never lived at. Therefore, I started to really look, and I found accounts that were open in my name that had nothing to do with me and that was related to the address that where I never lived on that credit report. That is very important, okay? You need to be aware of what's on your credit. Sometimes you might have bad credit, or you might have some things on your credit that you didn't even make. It's fraudulent. Okay. So those are the first things that you want to look at, your personal information. That way, that's when you start reaching out to all three credit bureaus, Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. You need to reach out to all three of them. You need to let them know who you are via letter or via phone call, and those addresses are not yours. Once you verify that is not your address, you make sure you do a letter documentation, and you make sure that you get some kind of information or some kind of statement saying that they received it and it will be removed. You get that removed as soon as possible. The next thing that you want to do, you want to definitely look at all the accounts. Okay, you want to look at the age of the accounts. Even though we do know when we started a credit card or when we opened a credit line, we definitely want to make sure that it is accurate. On top of that, one thing that I found during my credit search is a card that I paid off years ago. It was showing up as not paid for. It was showing up as closed. You want to hear something crazy? I had a receipt that I kept. Like, okay, so let me just spread my laundry. Let me put my laundry on the table. I have a problem with papers. I keep papers, okay? Because I keep papers, that has saved me more than once, okay? So I keep a big bucket of papers. I went through that bucket and I found that receipt, okay? I called that company and I said, and this is the honest truth, I said, y'all better take that car off of my credit because I paid it off. Well, we don't have any record. I said, I have the receipt. Not only am I going to email you a copy, but I'm going to make a copy and mail it to you. I need it off ASAP. I don't know why this car is still on my credit, but this may have hindered me quite a few times from getting something I wanted. I need it off now. So what saved me is proof of that receipt. It is so sad out here. So now we have a great thing on our smartphones that is called a scanner. You can download a cam scanner app or freescanner.com. You can go to any scanner apps that are free. You can download it on your phone, and this is what I advise you to do from this day forward if you've never done it. Take a clear picture of your receipts when you're paying for something major or credit related and email it to you. To the end of time, your email will exist. The only thing you will need to remember is that email address and be able to put in forgot password and get a new password, okay? You need those receipts, all right? So I was able to find out that it was a whole account that was still on my credit showing as I didn't pay for it. That's number 2, okay? So number 3, after you begin to see what credit belongs to you and what credit doesn't, that's when you begin to go into the dispute. Now let me tell you about the dispute. That is a touchy thing. So I take that back. Don't dispute anything. Just make a note. I want to dispute this. The first thing, get the addresses removed that are not yours. Okay, from all 3 credit bureaus, okay? When you see these things that are not yours, just make a special note, and then guess what the next thing you're going to do? You're going to reach out to a credit professional, and you're going to speak to a credit professional about everything you see on your credit. So let me tell you what I used to do. What I used to do is get a credit professional first and not even know what's on my credit. How could you really get any kind of help? You don't know what's on your own credit. So this book that I wrote is going to encourage you to be very intricate in everything that's going on with you. It's going to help you to be active in your process. When you're active in your process, then you're more confident, you're more comfortable, you're in expectation of the results. You're not guessing what the results are going to be. You're going to know what the results are going to be. So the first thing, you're going to check your personal information. You're going to check the accounts that are on there to verify they are yours, and that you're going to make sure that all the accounts that you know you paid off are paid off, okay? And then you're going to go to the credit counselor. So let me tell you what a credit counselor showed me and my first realtor, okay? Because I went through the home buying process twice, okay, in 1 year, all right? So what I found out from that realtor is that you must demand for them to give you a letter verifying that this debt has been paid in full, okay? If you do not get the letter, do not give the money. You must verify, 1, I'm going to get a letter that I paid the debt, and 2, you're going to verify that they can remove it, all right? The letter is going to help you fight if they don't remove it. You need that letter verification. Some companies will email it to you. Some companies will mail it to you. They won't email it to you. That's where the agony comes in. If you're in a home buying process and you're trying to do it during the process, it is pure agony because they're going to drag and they're going to take their time, okay? So what you want to do, you want to go ahead and you want to make sure before you pay anybody, you're going to ask, do I get a letter verifying that this debt is paid? And do I get notification or a letter stating that this credit report is removed? This credit debt is removed. Debt is removed. Okay? So that's just a little bit. I'm not going to talk too much, but that's a part of what's on my book. Let's Get This House. It's on Amazon Kindle for $9.99. I'm giving away knowledge, okay? I'm just trying to make a cut because I believe I deserve a cut. But let me tell you, the book is so worth more than $9.99. But make sure you cop it. Get that book because I'm telling you, it is going to change your life. All right. Have a good one.